Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Frazier Field. I thought we were getting ready to warm up and get going. They're starting early. This is the state semifinal 15-year-old boys state tournament. The winner of this goes to the state final in Weymouth on Saturday. Hit to left field, coming on, making the play. Nate Cutone makes the play. I'm taking my time putting the lineup down. This is Nathan Chow, the second baseman. Swing and a miss. J.J. Avery on the mound for Lynn. Drop foul. Hit foul again. Strike three call, good pitch. Just broke late. Up and away for a ball. Hit the shot. Demena with that rifle arm. So 1, 2, 3 inning for Avery and Lynn. And they'll have a chance to get on the board first here in the bottom of the first inning. Both teams are 4-1. Lynn actually has won all 5 of their games, but they had a forfeit a game based on a silly rule that popped up back from last year. last night they didn't put 14's down. They didn't put the names of the teams down.
What day was this?
Mike Domino, the shortstop, will lead it off. Leandro Perez on the mound for Newton. Newton's trying to get a split here. The 14-year-olds had a really tough loss. They made two big errors in the bottom of the sixth. Lynn got 2 runs without a hit and pulled out a 4-3 win to move on to the state final. They're probably playing right now. Missing for ball 3. And on 4 pitches, Domeno becomes the first base runner in the game. And the catcher goes out to talk to his pitcher. Hank Cutone, the left fielder. Throws down a second, gets away. Domeno's going to try to go to third, and he's in. So he steals second. The throw is errant. On the errant throw, he's 90 feet away from giving Lynn a lead. So a stolen base and an error puts a runner at third with nobody out. In for a strike. Down and away for a ball. Oh, he's on the verge of walking 2 in a row. Perez is a big boy on the mound. If he's not 6 feet, he's close. Might be a little bit more. Pitching from the stretch. Hit to third. They only have 1 play. That'll be the first. So Cutone will get it done. He gets the RBI. Domeno with his base running comes around to score the run. So Lynn grabs a 1-0 lead. Jake Peterson, who was the winning pitcher the other night. Good curveball for a strike. We mentioned Newton looking for a split. The 14-year-olds lost. So they're looking to make it 1-1 with Lynn teams. Lynn is looking for a sweep against Newton. Pop straight up in the air. Shortstop in the infield makes the one-handed catch for the second out. Nate Lee, the third baseman, will be the hitter. That one bounces in. Lee steps out. Little action again going on over at Manning Field. It's not, I don't think it's a practice. I think it's just a few young kids kicking a soccer ball around. Breaks down and away for a ball. In for a strike. The 2-1 pitch up and coming. Hit foul. It's going to make it up in the sheets. So we got our first deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hit right over the third base bag. Long throw across the diamond. It skips away. Avellino from third had to make that throw all the way across the diamond. He bounced it in front of the first baseman. So second error in the inning. Puts Lee at first base with 2 outs and brings up the catcher, Caldoni. It cooled off a little bit. It was really warm, up close to 90 all day. Now it's cooling off. Hit to short. They get the force at second. But the damage is done with the walk. Tomato's base running gets him around to third. The ground ball by Cucone gets him in. And Lynn will have a 1-run lead with no base hits. We finished an inning in this 15-year-old state semifinal tournament. Lynn 1-0 over Newton. 4, 5, and 6. Raleigh Shoemaker, the first baseman, will be the hitter. Hit right back to the mound. J.J. Avery over to Jake Peterson. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch. Leandro Perez, the pitcher, throws right, bats left. Down and in for a ball. Nice stop by Doney. Up and out for a ball. Pretty good smidgen of Lynn fans here for this one. Not a lot of Newton fans. It's a long trip, especially now with the tunnel closure and traffic befuddled. Missing down and in. This is pitcher against pitcher. In for a strike, as you would expect. Perez taken all the way. And that misses for ball 4. So Avery had retired the first 4. Perez becomes the first base runner for Newton with the walk. Matthew Avellino, the third baseman, as the pitch breaks down and away for a ball. Center fielder Duvall is almost playing the hitter like a left-hand hitter. He's over in right center field. High for a ball. Down and in. So he's on the verge of walking the first 2 hitters. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. JJ coming back. Big payoff pitch coming up. Avery working quickly. Pop foul back. Hit foul again. Missing for ball 4. So in the second inning, we're going to have a pinch hitter. John Dingen is going to hit for C.J. O'Toole, who is the extra hitter. So O'Toole doesn't get a chance to hit. They bat for him right off the bat. O'Toole was the extra hitter. And now they go with Don Dingen. So 2 on, 1 out. Both on walks. Hit foul. Lined in the left field for a base hit. They have to hold the runner at third. They weren't sure whether the third baseman was going to make the play. Lee looked like he might be able to make the catch. So Perez had to hold up so he wouldn't be doubled off. So at least momentarily, Lynn gets a break. As Dingen gets the first hit So now it's bases loaded with 1 out for Zachros Tanner. He's the left fielder. Look who's on deck. So I thought they were hitting for C.J. O'Toole, and they've got C.J. O'Toole on deck. Missing wide for a ball. So they changed the batting order that they gave us, and they changed the batting order that they gave to the guy upstairs because it's supposed to be the official scorer. Down and in, nice stop by Doney. They're on the verge of walking in a run. Galver goes out to warm up for Lynn as the sun comes out here at Frazier Field. Avery retired the first 4 batters easily, but gave up back-to-back walks and a base hit. Hit foul up in the seats, and we got another full count. That didn't miss by much. So the bases are still jammed. And now this is O'Toole. They had 2 number 5s in the batting order. Two quick strikes. Strike 3 called. And we're going to have a conversation out in the mound. The umpire's coming out to break it up. Dylan Lund Tack. The catcher is the hitter. With the top of the order on deck. Swing and a miss. High for a ball. in for a strike. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Inning number 2. Hit in the air, backing up, center fielder. Kevin Duvall covers a lot of ground out there. He went back and made the play. But the 2 walks hurt. One of them comes in to score to tie the game up. So Newton's back in it. And Perez will be back in it. So we hope we finally got the, I don't know if we finally got the batting order straightened out for Newton. They gave us a batting lineup, but they mixed it up a little bit. They put 2 number 5s in the batting order. And they've got number 5 out in right field, and they also have number 5 as the extra hitter. And they use number 27 as a hitter, so I don't know what they're doing now. They've got number 5 in the dugout. So now I'm completely confused with the Newton batting order. I assumed they put that number 27 that hit in right field because they had O'Toole listed as the extra hitter. And now they've got number 5, O'Toole, out in right field, if it is O'Toole, because they got 2 number 5s, but they only have 1 number 5. That one hits him on the back. So Andy Barris, the extra hitter, gets hit by a pitch. Got a great pitch to run on, the pitch down in the dirt. He thought about going to third, and he took a wide turn, slipped and fell. So he had second base stolen. We'll give him a stolen base. He got a great pitch to run on, down in the dirt, bouncing around. So Lynn has a runner at second with nobody out for J.J. Avery, the pitcher. He can help himself here. They almost picked him off at second base. Nice move by Perez. Perez is just able to slide in. Avery backing away from the pitch. He took a step back towards the Lynn dugout swinging at that pitch. faked the throw to second base. Trying to keep Burris close. I'm not sure what that was about. The umpire went out and said something to the pitcher. The Lynn contingent wants to know what's going on. Backing away again. That was way inside. JJ has a tendency to be up close to the plate and then step away swinging the bat. Nice stop by the catcher. Luntak keeps the runner at second base. Again, backing away, swinging the... Can't reach it. Hit in the air. First baseman going over. Can't make the play. Good effort by Shoemaker. I think he was trying to look at the fence and the stands that were there so he didn't run into them. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Hit straight up in the air. Perez, the pitcher, says he has it, and he gets it. Jordan Rodriguez, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Paris back easily at second base on the pickoff attempt. That soccer now is moving around. I believe that's the Stop the Violence League that plays. They put that together this year. Square to bunt, takes the pitch for a strike. First baseman Shoemaker charging. Third baseman Avellino staying at third. Misses the bunt again for strike two. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Two away. Jonas Augusti. The right fielder is the hitter. Perez steps off again, trying to keep Perez close. Hit foul. It I don't know if that went off the bat a second time or went off the catcher. It looked like it was coming straight back. It wound up going to the Newton dugout. Up and in, he swung right through it. Burris takes off. Got a great pitch to run on, down and away. He steals third, but there's 2 outs. Lynn trying to get their 1-run cushion back after Newton tied it in the top of this inning. Burris got hit by a pitch. Steals second, steals third. Chop foul. Way up and in. They throw it down to third. He went a distance off the bag on the pitch, Burris did. So we got deuces wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Inning number 2 in a 1-1 game. And 1-1 adds up to 2. Way up and in, almost hit him. So another payoff pitch coming up as it gets a lot brighter here at Frazier Field with the sun coming out really bright. The payoff pitch way up for ball 4. Good at bat by Augusti. Devin Duval, the center fielder, will be the hitter. Let's see what Newton does if Augusti tries to steal second base. Top of the order, Mike Demena would love to get a chance here. He's on deck. Hustling back to third as Perez faked the throw over there. High for a ball. High again, 2-0. And he hits him. Second hit batsman in the inning. Domeno's going to get a shot. I remember in the Mansfield game that was played here, playing for St. Mary's, he was on the on-deck circle, and I said he's hoping he gets a shot because St. Mary's is trying to come back from a 2-run deficit. He got a shot, and he lined a single into right field. to tie the game up. Hi. I'm right in the middle of the game. I'm sorry? All right. Have a good time. My daughter calling me from the Cape. All my daughters and my wife and all the friends are all down the Cape. With all the females. So the conversation ends. I mentioned Domeno. So he's in the same spot he was in the St. Mary's game. He was hoping to get a shot. Now he gets a shot with the bases loaded. He walked and scored the one run that Lynn has. In for a strike. This young man had a tremendous season offensively and defensively for St. Mary's. He's only a freshman. Wide. Long tack went out to get that one to stop it from going to the backstop. Keeping the runners on base. Most importantly, the runner at third base. Chopper back to the mound. First baseman almost was late getting there. So he doesn't duplicate what he did against Mansfield. Lynn has a shot with 2 hit batsmen and a walk, but they're all left on base. We've completed 2. We started dead even. He ended 2. We're still dead even. 1-1, Newton and Lynn. Top of the order for Newton as we start the third inning. This is the 15-year-old Babe Ruth. Semifinal state tournament. The winner plays for the championship Saturday at Plymouth. Good pitch for a strike. Avery starting his third inning. He got himself in trouble with 2 walks. Actually 3 walks. The third walk forced the run in. Galva's back out in the bullpen, loosening up. Good pitch for a strike. That one bounces to the backstop. Evens the count at 2. Missing wide, so he was ahead of him. Now he's got to come in with a pitch or put a runner on. Hit in the air to left field. Backing up. Falling away from home plate. Nate Coutone makes the catch. Dustin Lakakis hit that a long way. Second time he's flied out. The first one, Coutone had to come to his home plate to make the play. This one, he had to keep going back and catching it falling away from home plate. Nathan Chow was called out on strikes. Pitch down and away. Ball 1. in for a strike. Curveball just hung inside. Hit to third. Nice job by Nate Lee. That's a long throw. Good stretch by Peterson. Two up, two down for Luke Leisure, the center fielder. He grounded out short to first in the first inning. Good. Something off the curveball, dropped in for a strike. Hit right back to the mound. Oh, second 1-2-3 inning. Avery makes his second play. Newton is down in the third. And for Lynn, it will be 2, 3, and 4. Nate Cotone, Jake Peterson, Nate Lee. To face Leandro Perez, who will be starting his third inning of work. He got himself in difficulty in the second inning, hitting two and walking the batter. But he got out of it with a ground ball back to the mound against a very good hitter, Mike Domeno. This is a very close-knit group, this Lynn team. Head coach Leon Elwell helped very well by his fellow coaches, Rich Avery, John Peterson, Kyle Candelari. They're like a family. They were telling me that Leon had the team over his house for pizza. They all root for each other. That's what you like to see. Everybody wearing the same uniform. And I don't know if they did it intentionally, but I think they didn't put names on the back of the shirts. They put Lynn on the front. I know Leon has said quite a few times, there's no names on the back, the name is on the front. Lynn, we're playing for Lynn. And everybody works hard to do that. Makes for a good family atmosphere. Nate Cotone grounded out the third, got himself an RBI. The runner from third scored. At the time, giving Lynn a 1-0 lead. Which is hard for a ball. So he's 0 for 1, but he's got an RBI. Missing inside, 2-0. Hit foul down towards third base. 2-1 the count to the Lynn left fielder. Chop, and that's going to go foul. Evens the count at 2. Tone stepped out, Perez stepped off. Now we're back to baseball. The left fielder was out in no man's land. He's almost out in a warning track. Tone thought it was breaking outside, on the corner for strike 3. Second strikeout for Perez. Jake Peterson popped up to the shortstop his one trip. Solid shot into left field for a base hit. He had a big game in the win over Medford. He pitched an outstanding game. And he got a couple of hits. He got a single and double, knocked in a couple of runs. People running for him scored a couple of runs. And now we'll have a base runner. Anthony Palmer will run it first. Nate Lee reached on an error. Hit the ball right over the third base bag. The long throw across the diamond. Short hop the first baseman. He couldn't handle it. And Lee was safe at first base. He was quickly forced at second on a ground ball to short to end the inning. On the corner for a strike, he faked a bunt. Short lead at first by Palmer. He takes off, pitch inside. Got a great pitch to run on. Easily steals second base. That's a nice job by Palmer. He was not that far off the bag. I didn't think he'd be going. High for a ball. So they have another runner at second base. Pitching inside for a ball. They scored in the first, getting a runner around. Barris got hit by a pitch, stole 2 bases, was at third base, but a hit back to the mound, got Perez out of the inning. Now they got a runner at second base with 1 out again. Trying to keep Palmer close at second base. Hit in the air. Second baseman back out in the outfield. Chow makes the play. 2-way. Caldoni bounced to a fielder's choice. He hit it to the shortstop. They got the force at second base. Kyle is the catcher for Lynn. Solid shot into left center field for a base hit. 2 out lightning for Lynn. Doney comes up big. He didn't let me get it out. I was just about to say if the first pitch is a strike, he's going to hit it because he doesn't take too many pitches. He likes that first pitch. So Lynn breaks the tie with a 2-out hit by Doney. Andy Barris has went up once to get hit by a pitch, stole a couple of bases, but got stranded at third. That was a solid shot by Doney into left center field. Hit foul to the backstop. Diving back at first is Doney. Chop, just kick foul. Down the third base line. About 3/4 of the way, it kicked out. Just a little, excuse me, chop swing, almost like a swinging bunt. Oh, 2 the count. Good curveball dropped in for strike 3. But a big hit by Peterson to start the inning. Palmer with the stolen base and a big 2-out hit by Doney. And that breaks the tie. We finished 3 in this semifinal tournament game. Lynn 2, Newton 1. Raleigh Shoemaker, the first baseman, will lead off. He bounced to the pitcher. His 1 trip. In for a strike. Hit the shot. Tomeno. It gets overthrown way over the head of Peterson at first. Shoemaker will reach on the error. He had it, and he put a little too much mustard on the throw. Perez, the pitcher, drew a walk and scored the run that tied the game up at the time. Again, he throws right, bats left. So the tying run at first on the error. Nice pick at first base on that throw that was low and in the turf by Peterson. He got the bunt down. It almost went foul. Nate Lee made a nice play. Good, strong throw. Almost went foul. He just picked it up on the foul line and made a good, strong throw. Matthew Avellino drew a walk. High. high and tight, 2-0. Down and away. In for a strike. He threw the bat down, going to first base, threw his glove off. Now they got to call him and tell him to come on back. That's strike one. The next hitter was getting in the batter's box, but it's strike one. Avellino didn't buy that one. That's ball four. And again, the lineup they gave us had C.J. O'Toole as the extra hitter, but it's John Dingen. He's got to be the extra hitter because he's not on the field. He's in the dugout. He got a base hit his first time up. High for a ball. So an error, a sacrifice, and a walk have put runners at first and second with one out. Hit to third. Lee can't make a play, slips and falls. He made a great play stopping that from going in the outfield. He might, if he's standing up, he's got to force at second base, but he couldn't stand up. An infield hit. Two hits given up by Avery, both of them by Dingen. And for the second time in 4 innings, Newton has the bases loaded. Zach Tanner, last time he was up, was the first time Newton had the bases loaded. He drew a walk to force in the 1 run. So he hasn't batted officially, but he's got an RBI. Line to center field, coming on, making the play. The runner at third didn't tag, he went off the bag. The Newton 14-year-old team did exactly the same thing. A fly ball to center field yesterday in a tie game. The runner at third went off the bag thinking it was a base hit. When the ball was caught, they had to go back to third. They couldn't score, and now they did it again. The runner at third doesn't score on that line drive to center field. So now it's 2 outs with the bases loaded. And we're assuming that this is C.J. O'Toole, who was listed batting 7th as the extra hitter, but we saw John Dingen hit number 7. So this has got to be C.J. O'Toole. He was called out on strikes his first trip. On the corner for a strike. Hit foul quickly, 0-2. So one swing of the bat by O'Toole could be big for Newton. One big strike by Avery could be big for Lynn. Big part of this ball game. Lynn leading it 2-1. 3 on, 2 out. Swing and a miss. Huge strikeout for Avery. So not tagging up and scoring from third on a line drive to center field really hurt Newton. We're halfway through the ball game with Lynn leading it 2-1. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for Lynn, and will be Leandro Perez starting his 4th inning. Again, a beautiful day. Close to 90 during the day. We get here, and initially the flag was limp. Now it's blowing around a little bit. The sun has been out, making it quite bright. We mentioned Rich Avery, one of the coaches. His son obviously is the pitcher. Rich is the caretaker for both these fields, Frazier and Manning Field. He's got a huge job. Has to make sure the schedules are okay. And of course, they'd be okay if the weather cooperates. But once there's a problem with the weather, you look at Manning Field, the soccer field, there's 10 high school soccer teams, boys and girls. There's a flag football league. There's the young kids football, flag football. There's the Stop the Violence soccer. He's got to put this all together. The baseball diamond has got 5 teams that play here. And then you talk about the Navigators. These tournament games have to be squeezed in. He's got a job and a half, and he does an outstanding job. Missing for a ball. J.J. Avery popped to the pitcher as 1 trip. In for a strike. Almost backed out of the batter's box, swinging the bat. Avery asks for time and gets it. Awful hard to hit that pitch if you're stepping toward your own dugout. The 1-2 pitch. And he did it again. Fourth strikeout for Perez. Jordan Rodriguez struck out swinging his 1 trip. Swing and a miss. Jordan is the Lynn second baseman. Again, the left fielder for Newton is almost in the parking lot. Popped up. Makes it up in the seats. The 0-2 pitch. That one bounces to the backstop. Way inside. Hit up the middle. Shortstop right to the second base bag. They throw him out. Nice play by the shortstop, Lakakis. Not an easy play. Had to go. He was right at the second base bag when he picked it up and made a strong throw. Good stretch by Shoemaker. They get the out. 2 up, 2 down. Jonas Augusti drew a walk his 1 trip. Good curveball for a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Hit to center field, backing up. Luke Leisure makes the play. First 1-2-3 inning for Perez, including his 4th strikeout. So Lynn is down. We've completed 4 complete innings here in this Babe Ruth 15-year-old semifinal state tournament. Lynn holding on to a skinny 2-1 lead over Newton going into the 5th inning. We'll start the 5th. It'll be 10-1-2. Dylan Lund Tack, the catcher. He flies to center field as 1 trip. That was a big out because there was 2 outs, a run in, the bases loaded when he hit the fly ball to center field. Hit foul to the backstop. Try to take something off the curveball. It hung high, stayed high. Hit in the air. Right fielder almost in his tracks. Augusti makes the play. 1 up, 1 down in the 5th. Top of the order. Justin Lakakis hit a fly ball to left field. Coutone caught the ball coming to the plate, almost like a line drive, leading off the ball game. Last time up, he hit a rope that Coutone, going back almost to the warning track, caught it going away from home plate for the out. So he hit the last one. He hit a ton, but Coutone was able to track it down. High and tight for a ball. Hit foul. That might have gone off the catcher, Doney. Line to center field. Coming on, has to play it on a hop. Duvall slipped a little bit. He wasn't going to get it anyway. It was sinking in front of him. 3rd hit given up by Avery. Nathan Charles struck out, grounded to 3rd. The strikeout was a call 3rd. Curveball hangs high. Swing and a miss. Chow is the Newton second baseman. High and tight for a ball. Missing low and away. 2-1 the count. I thought it was 2-1, it was 3-1. So a hit and a walk. Put runners at first and second. Fifth walk given up by Avery. Luke Lesher, the center fielder, has grounded a short, bounced to the pitcher. The center fielder throws left, bats left. Solid shot. He got out in front of it and pulled it foul past first base. Curveball hangs high. Good pitch on the corner for a strike. 1-2 the count. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at first. 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Line right back to Avery. They got to check and see if he's okay. They lined it right back at him and hit him. He was trying to get out of the way and hit him. He says he's okay. A line shot. His father, I'm sure, his mother in the stands and his relatives had a little to do on that one. That was a line shot. He couldn't get out of the way. Thank God he's all right. Line right back. It hit him and fell down. He made the play at first. The runners move up to second and third. 2 outs for Raleigh Shoemaker, the first baseman. Bounced to the pitcher and reached on an error. So a big opportunity for Newton, but they need a hit. Waves at the curveball. They had 3 on in the fourth. The runner didn't score, and the line shot to center field. And then Avery got a big strikeout to get out of it. Now they got second and third and 2 outs. Lynn holding on to that 2-1 lead. Shoemaker stepped out asking for time. They got a break there. He turned for the pickoff. He threw it in the turf. Domino made a nice pick. That could have gone into center field. That might have been a run, at least 1 run. There might have been 2, depending where the ball goes. Shoemaker thought about it. At the last second, he held up and it broke down and away. The pitcher, Perez, is on deck. Popped up. Doney, the catcher, makes the play. Doney didn't see it. Avery signaled it. Go get it. So the pop-up leaves the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second. Newton is down in the top of the fifth. Five walks given up by Avery. Two of them hurt. One scored the run, another one forced the run in with the bases loaded. But Lynn is holding on to that skinny one-run lead. It'll be 10-1 and 2. And we have a new pitcher for Newton. Zagros Tanner was the left fielder. He's now the pitcher. John Dingen was the extra hitter. He's now the second baseman. The second baseman, Chow, is now the left fielder. Tanner is now the pitcher, and I'm assuming that Perez will be the extra hitter. Lined it right to the shortstop. He dove and picked it off the turf. Nice play by Lakakis. So Duvall is out on the line drive. One up, one down. So Perez goes 4, gives up the 2 runs. They were earned. Gave up only 2 base hits. They were both in 1 inning. That got Lynn their lead. He struck out 4, walked 2, and hit 2. 2 of those hit batsmen came together with one of those walks in the second inning that loaded the bases. He got out with a ground ball back to the mound. Down and in for a ball. So Dingen comes almost side on. He's almost stepping to third base as he throws the pitch. Pitching inside for a ball. Mark DeMano walked and scored, bounced to the pitcher. Hit up the middle. Backhanded by the second baseman. Great play, but he can't throw him out. He stopped him from going in the outfield. Dingen, the second baseman, went way to his right, backhanded it, but had no chance to throw DeMano out. Nate Cutone. Grounded to third, getting an RBI. Last time up, he was called on strikes. DeMano and Cutone have combined quite a bit. DeMano walked in the first inning, stole second. The throw got away. He went to third, scored on Cutone's ground ball, initially giving him a 1-0 lead. Lynn. DeMano just got back. Josh Poshkors is now the first baseman. They fake the bunt, and they can't throw him out. He steals second easily. So once again, every inning, first 5 innings, Lynn has had a runner in second base. Or better. Not close to play at second base. Foul tip held on to nicely by Lynn. I'm looking at the first baseman. It's like he's sending signals. He's got his sunglasses on, and the sun is shining on his sunglasses, and he's flashing all over the place. He's sending Morse code messages. Over but low for a ball. Tap by the pitcher off the pitcher's glove. It's going to be an infield hit. Dinjin couldn't get it. It went off his glove, so the shortstop couldn't get it. So back-to-back hits, the infield variety for Cutone. Puts runners at first and third with 1 out. Jake Peterson popped to short, singled, and Anthony Palmer running for him scored the run that has given Lynn the 2-1 lead they have right now, looking to add to it. Peterson would love a base hit, but he wants to at least put it in play. I would assume Cutone is going to try and steal second base at one point. He takes off. They throw it down. I think Domeno wasn't off the bag that far. They did throw it down. But he steals second, so now it's second and third with 1 out. Peterson would love a hit here. Wide for a ball. Nice job by Lynn Tack to go get that one. Hit to third. Domeno coming home. Out at the plate. I'm not sure why he would go. That ball's hit right to the third baseman. No chance for Domeno to score on that play. Newton gets a huge break. You want to at least wait till he throws the ball if you're going to run from third. So now there's 2 outs with first and second. On the corner for a strike. So Lynn got a break when Newton didn't score from third on a line short to center field. There was an out. And now Lynn gives it back with the runner trying to score from third. An easy out at the plate. Nice tag by Lynn Tack. Nate Lee has reached an error and popped to second base. Hit up the middle for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. How big is that throw out at home plate now?
Yeah.
Caldoni bounced to a fielder's choice. Last time up, he's the difference in the game. He got a base hit to left center field with 2 outs, knocking in the run. That's the difference in the game right now. And he's got a chance to do it again. So we have conferences all over the place. Conference on the mound. Outfielders getting together. Offense getting together with base runners, hitter, coaches. Wheels turning on both sides. Umpire coming out to try and break it up. Now everybody has to hustle back to their positions. So can Doney do it again? Again, 2 outs. If the first pitch is a strike, he's going to hit it. He doesn't take many pitches. Down and away for a ball. In for a strike. Nerve-wracking time on both sides. As Jinjin steps off. Missing low for a ball. 2-1. Hit foul. And we got Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Big pitch coming up again. Hit to third. They'll get the force. Nice play by Avellino. Only hit it on the nose, but hit it right to the third baseman. So they load the bases again and they come up short again. We played 5. It's still Lynn 2, Newton 1 going into the 6th. Galva will be the new pitcher. So Avery goes 5, gives up the 1 run that was earned. Struck out 3, walked 5. 3 of them walks were in the 2nd inning. 1 of the walks scored. 1 of the walks forced in the run. So Galva will try to keep Newton off the board. Pitch misses inside. Perez was the pitcher. He's now the extra hitter. He walked and scored, sacrificed his last time up. Swing and a miss. Hit to first base. Peterson makes the play. One up, one down in the sixth. Matthew Avellino has played well at third base. He hasn't been up officially. He's walked twice. Swing and a miss. Way up and away for a ball. Gilmore's brother was a very nice player for Lynn English, Coach Paula. Helping to make the state tournament. Tony wanted that one, just missed. Hit to second base. Rodriguez to Peterson. 2 up, 2 down in the sixth. I mentioned J.J. Avery gave up 2 base hits. Actually gave up 3 base hits. 2 of them were to the guy in the batter's box. Don Dingen chased that pitch up and in for strike 1. He's now the pitcher. He was the extra hitter. He's 2 for 2. Waves at that curveball. Galva lost his hat, but he threw the curveball off speed, way out in front of it. And quickly it's 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Galva and Lynn. And now Newton is down to the last 3 outs this season. On the edge. And Lynn 3 outs away from playing Saturday for the Massachusetts 15-year-old state championship. So Galva comes in, impresses with 3 quick outs, 3 easy outs. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Lynn as Dingen will start his second inning of work. He gave up 3 hits. One of them was of the infield variety. But he got out of it. And one of those outs was a Lynn runner trying to score, and a ground ball to third base was thrown out easily. Andy Barris got hit by a pitch, stole a couple of bases, and got stranded at third in the second inning. Last time up, he was called out on strikes. He'll be facing Dingen for the first time. Breaks down the way to the backstop. Had a duck under that pitch. Almost wound up sitting down in the batter's box. 2-0 the count. Paris is the extra hitter for Lynn. And I've gone this far without reminding everybody, you can bat 10. Paris thought it hit him. I don't know if it hit the bat. Hit the bat. Was it off the catcher? It's 3-0, I guess. Newton is saying, wait a minute. They want to know about the count. I guess they're saying it deflected. Bevis thought it might have hit him. Newton thought it hit the bat. I guess it went off the catcher. And the catcher was telling the coaches as well, it went off me. So it's 3-0. Taking all away as you would expect, it's now 3-1. He's got to be very fussy again. Looking to be a base runner here. Hit foul back. So the count goes full. Hope everything's all right over at Manning Field. They got an ambulance and a fire truck. They're milling around somebody over on that soccer field. I hope whoever is okay. So Dijon does a nice job. After down 3-0, he comes back and gets the strikeout. Gil McGalva will be up for the first time. He came in relief of Avery. So let's hope that whoever they're working on over at Manning Field is okay in that Stop the Violence Soccer League. They've got blinking lights with firefighters, ambulance. Hopefully it's not serious. They'll be okay. Foul tip held on to by Lynn. He's done a nice job behind the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike three call, good pitch. 2 up, 2 down. Jimmy Jennings will hit for Rodriguez. Line shot, it's going to go foul. Jumped on the first pitch, ripped it, but got out in front just enough to pull it foul. Solid shot by Jennings. Down and away for a ball. Hit way up in the air. Tingen, the pitcher, makes the play. Well, Tingen with a perfect 1-2-3 inning, getting 2 strikeouts and take care of the last out on a pop-up by himself. And we've come down to this. Lynn holding on to a skinny 1-run lead. 3 outs, they go to the state tournament. Newton needs at least a run to keep it going. 2-1 Lynn as we go into the 7th inning. Bottom 3 in the order for Newton. They need at least a run to keep their season alive. Galver had a perfect 1-2-3 in the 6th. He's starting his 2nd inning of work in relief of J.J. Avery. In for a strike. Dangrove's Tanner, who's now the pitcher, has walked, getting an RBI, and lined to left field. His walk with the bases loaded gave Newton their 1 run to tie the game at the time. Missing wide for a ball. Foul tip held on to by Doney. And the count evens at 2. I don't know what happened to the hitter. He's down holding his head. He fouled it off into the catcher's glove. I don't know if maybe he hit himself with the bat or... I didn't see what happened. He was a couple of steps towards first base, just knelt down, held his head. He's up, trying to walk it off, trying to shake it off. And we're going to get a pinch hitter. Ben Horsman is going to hit with the count 2-2. And Tanner goes to the bench. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the swing, he might have hit himself with the bat or spun around and maybe got a little bit dizzy or whatever. The 2-2 pitch. High and tight for a ball. The engine from Manning is leaving. The ambulance is still there. They're going back to playing soccer over there. Big pitch coming up for both teams here. Taps it out in front of the plate. They call a foul ball, went off the hitter. Umpire right away said foul ball. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Again, we hope whoever got hurt, whatever it was over on that Stop the Violence Soccer League, we hope young man is okay. Hit foul. Horsman hanging around. High for ball 4. It goes to the backstop. So the walk puts the tying run at first base. CJ O'Toole has struck out twice. One call, one swinging. Facing Galva for the first time. High for a ball. Well, the ambulance is now leaving, so let's hope everything is okay and nothing serious. Hit the center field coming on. They would have had a play at second, but nobody was covering second base. Everybody went after the ball. Nobody covered second. Duvall tried to run to second. He would have had a force at second base if there was anybody there. Instead now, the tying runners at second base, the go-ahead runners at first base, and the Newton fans that are behind the Newton dugout all of a sudden get excited. Dylan Lung Tack, the catcher, has flied to center and flied to right. Can we expect a bunt here? He swings away and fouls it up in the seats. So Newton with a pulse. High over his head. Nice shot by Doney to go get that one. Galva was perfect in the sixth inning, but he comes out and walks the first batter. The base hit. Both the shortstop and the second baseman were out in the outfield. They had no chance to get the ball. Nobody covered second base. The ball was looking to throw to somebody covering second. They would have got a force out. The runner couldn't run till he made sure the ball was dropped or dropped in. Hit the shot. Domeno gets one, and he gets two. Perfect double play ball to Domeno. He was a couple of steps to the left of second base, stepped in the bag, threw a bullet to Peterson. So there's two outs, and Newton now 90 feet away from tying the game up with their leadoff hitter. Dustin Lakakis flied to the left twice and got a base hit. He's hit the ball well. He lined to left, hit a ball deep to left, the Q-tone tracked down, and then got a base hit. So he's the last bastion for Newton. Domeno with an outstanding play. Newton, 90 feet away from tying it up and keeping the season alive. Lynn 1 out away from going to the state tournament. It's been one of those games. Nice stop by Josh Doney. Doney's an important figure right now. Keep everything in front of him. Don't let anything go by. Don't let that run score. In for a strike, 1-1. So the Newton fans are sitting up a little more on their chairs. Lynn fans, white knuckle time. Bounces by, the run's going to score, and they tie the game up. Once again, a walk scores for Newton. I just got through saying Doney has to keep everything in front of him. He couldn't block that one. It bounced in front of him. Down and away for a ball. So the Lynn fans not very excited right now. Newton fans have a new life. They're not going home. Perez, the pitcher, is off the hook. Coutone will track it down. That would have been the third out. Lynn could celebrate. Third time that Lukakis has gone to Coutone. But the wild pitch. Newton has scored 2 runs in the game. Both runs that scored were base runners that walked. And they have a life. They have a pulse. Lynn now has to see what they can do in the bottom of the 7th. We're on the verge of going extra innings. Nine, 10, and 1 for Lynn in the bottom of the 7th. After Galva had a perfect inning in the 6th, who would have thought this? Lynn turned the double play, got the Lynn fans excited, toned the Newton fans down a little bit, and then the ball bounces by the catcher, the runner from third scores, and we're back dead even. First time Newton has scored since the 2nd inning, when they had a walk with the bases loaded that forced in the 1 run. So walks have certainly been the menace of Lynn. Tanner is back in the game after being hit for. And it was his at-bat. Horseman came in, finished up his bat when, for some reason, Tanner went down, but he seems to be okay now because he's back on the mound. He went down, Horseman came in, finished up his at-bat, drew the walk, and came around to score. Jonas Agassi has walked and flies to center field. Down and in for a ball. So the Newton fans are back in it. Lynn fans are thinking about what could have been. Hit off the third baseman, wobbled, can't make the play. He'll reach on the error. So the winning run is at first base. Devin Duval, you're going to see a bunt here. Trying to keep the runner close. Diving back again. He almost threw the ball away. That would have been interesting if Tanner didn't get a glove on that. Takes the pitch, easily in with a stolen base. So for except a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th, Lynn has a runner in scoring position in every inning. You're probably still going to look for a bunt here. Takes the pitch for a strike. Michael Domeno on deck. Hit to third. They hold the runner, now throw to first, now heading on to third. Good race running. It's not a sacrifice, but it works the same. Good job by Augusti. He waited, the third baseman made the throw, and then he broke to third. Michael DeMano, the hitter. I don't know why Newton doesn't walk 2 batters in a row to load the bases. They got the infield in. They're going to pitch to DeMano. He's walked and scored, bounced to the pitcher, and singled. I would think they would walk the bases loaded and look for a force at the plate, but they're not doing it. The infield is in. Fishing for ball 2. Nate Cutone is on deck. The winning run at third base with 1 out. Hit foul up in the seats. So white knuckle time is now on both sides. Newton gained a life by scoring in the top of the inning to tie the game up, force it into the bottom of the 7th. Lynn now with a chance to win it. And DeMano wins it with a base hit. He's got a lot of those. So the error gets it done for Lynn. They'll go to 5-1. Newton with an outstanding season getting to the semifinal will finish 4-2. They fought hard. They pushed it to get it into the bottom of the 7th. And I don't know why they ever pitched to DeMano in the first place. But Lynn says thank you very much. DeMano gets a big base hit, his second of the game. He scored a run. He knocks in the winning run. And Lynn will play Saturday in Plymouth for the state championship for a team to be named later. Lynn got on the board in the first inning. DeMano walked, stole second. When the throw got away, he went to third. Scored on the ground ball by Cutone. It was 1-0. Newton tied it in the second without a hit after an out. A walk, a base hit, loaded the bases. A walk, forced in the run. Lynn got lucky and got a strikeout to get out of the inning. It was tied at 1. Lynn got their lead back in the third. Peterson got a single. Anthony Palmer running for him, stole second. A big base hit by Kyle Doney made it 2-1. It looked like it was going to stand up. Galva come in relief. Lynn had the bases loaded in the 5th. Newton had the bases loaded in the 4th, and they're going to go back and talk about themselves. The line shot to center field. The runner at third took off thinking it was a hit. Had to go back, couldn't tag up. He didn't score as the strikeout got Avery at the time out of the inning. And they didn't score that run, and that turned out to be a huge part when it's a 1-run game. Lynn loaded the bases in the 5th, but a ground ball to third, forced at third, got them out of the inning. Galva got a big 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. Looked like he was coming on to save the day. He walked the leadoff hitter. A base hit by O'Toole, put runners at first and second, and that was Horsman, who went into a pinch run for the pitcher, Tanner, who something happened. He collapsed at the plate. They brought him to the dugout. Horsman finished up the bat, drew a walk, a base hit, a ground ball to short, moved the runner to third. A wild pitch scored the run to tie the game up. And it looked like we might be going into extra innings. The bottom of the inning, a ground ball booted in the infield, put Augusti on. He stole second base, went to third on a ground ball. Good base running by Augusti, waiting for the third baseman to throw the ball to first, then went to third. And then, for some reason, I expected Newton to walk too intentionally, load the bases to set up a force at the plate, bring the infield in, but they opted to pitch to DeMano, and he lined a single into right field for a base hit to win the game. Lynn wins it by a score of 3-2 for their 5th win of the season to go 5-1. Newton will finish 4-2, and it will be Lynn moving on to the state championship final. For Lynn, DeMano had 2 base hits, scored one of the runs, knocked in the winning run. He was involved in 2 of the 3 runs. Nate Catone had a base hit, had an RBI. Peterson had a base hit. Palmer running for him scored a run. Nate Lee was on base twice recently and never got a base hit. Kyle Doney got a base hit, knocking in the second run to give them the lead at 2-1. Burris had a couple of stolen bases after he got hit by a pitch. Augusti reached on that error. He also drew a walk, stole second. Good base running, getting to third base on a ground ball to third, waiting for the throw to be made, and then scored on the base hit by Domeno to win the game. So a good team effort. Galva comes in. Unfortunately, gave up the run to tie it, but he gets the win. Avery pitched well. Newton just couldn't get that many base hits. They only got 4 for the game, but 6 walks helped them. One of the walks scored the run. One of the walks forced in a run. The other walk scored on a wild pitch. So the only RBI was a bases loaded walk by Tanner, who finished up pitching, did a nice job. So Lynn squeaks by with a 3-2 win on Domeno's base hit in the bottom of the 7th. They stay alive in the tournament. They'll move on. They're 1 game away from the regionals. They're in the state final for the 2nd year in a row. They'll go down to Plymouth. 1 more win will put them in New Hampshire looking for their 2nd straight New England championship, but they got to get by Plymouth first. So 3-2. Domeno's big base hit in the 7th inning gets it done. They win it to go 5-1. Unfortunately for Newton, it'll be a tough ride home. They finish 4-2. So 3-2, Lynn over Newton. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.